Back to school is such a fun time of the year, and we didn't talk about this before, but you posted your back to school picture.
I did.
You look the exact same. It is correct. I mean, you can see it. It's amazing. It's crazy.
A little less hair nowadays, but
maybe not the exact same. We can see young Michael in now, so that was pretty cool. Hot day today if you're going back to school, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was hot. I mean, we were hot the last couple days. We actually dropped the temperature today, but we were still 96 degrees for that high this afternoon. Here's the view right now, Brookside. Looking back toward downtown, not as many of those fair weather cumulus clouds that we had popping up just a few hours ago, but some of us have actually picked up a little bit of rain. We're going to look at that here in just a second as well. 94 is our current temperature. We bottomed out at 71 this morning, and as we mentioned, 96 was the high this afternoon, but a little cooler compared to yesterday's 100-degree day. And overall, we'll keep things seasonably hot as we wrap up the week and go into the upcoming weekend. Again, these numbers aren't too far off from what is considered average for this time of year, but a more significant cool down is on the way next week, but still some uncertainty how cool, because that will depend on where clouds and rain will be lining up. And for more on this pattern change, certified meteorologist Brandon Woolley breaking it down. And Brandon, we've got some changes on the way.
We certainly do for next week, Michael. And it's because of this ridge of high pressure that's going to shift away and kind of flatten across the desert southwest. And what does that do for us? It opens up the storm door with a northwesterly flow aloft, as you can see by those streamlines. So the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. So this is what we're looking at for next week across the southern plains. Below average temperatures and the precip chances really going up as well, and you're going to see that on Michael's extended forecast. Back to you.
Yeah, and that will be the key. Where that rain lines up next week, those will likely be the days that we have potential to be cooler. So clouds and rain equal cooler temperatures, and that's going to be the tricky part for the forecast next week, although it will be cooler across the board. Now, we've got a little bit of rain out there right now, and it is few and far between where these showers and thunderstorms have popped up. But we've had a couple storms here, more than a couple actually, work their way across northwest Arkansas, and some of these now getting across the state line here. So Colcord, Little Kansas, West Siloam Springs, down to Westville, eventually even down farther south here into parts of Adair County, maybe even here into Cherokee County. Could get a few thunderstorms backing in from your north and east here over the next hour or two. I do expect as we lose the daytime heating, we'll probably see some of these showers and storms weaken. And we've had a couple isolated storms pop up earlier here near Hartshorn to around Wilburton. Those have since diminished, and we tried to get a shower to go here south of Stigler. That has since fallen apart as well. But those of you here south and east will keep that isolated storm chance in the forecast tonight. And even as we wake up tomorrow morning, I wouldn't be surprised if we still had an isolated shower or storm in far southeast Oklahoma to start things out tomorrow morning. Temperatures tomorrow morning, upper 60s to low 70s, and then we'll heat things back up into the low to mid 90s for highs tomorrow afternoon. Again, our average highs around 93, so not too far off from what is considered average. And we basically repeat that on Friday, upper 60s to low 70s in the morning, and then back up into the low to mid 90s as we go into Friday afternoon, and that will be very similar to what we see on Saturday too. But hour by hour breakdown here, nice morning tomorrow, and then we'll start to heat things up as we go through midday with those highs in the mid 90s. Now here's the cool down into next week. We dropped the temperature a little bit on Sunday, but look at these numbers. Potentially could have some highs way below average, but there is some uncertainty to how cool it will be. Now if we get locked into a day where it's just cloudy and wet, the temperatures could actually end up cooler than what we are forecasting here. And the days where we are dry, that's the days that'll be a little bit warmer, but still below average temperatures expected across the board. The details of some of these numbers will likely change as we go into next week, but one thing is certain, our rain chances are looking up and our temperatures look to drop into next week.